Hello and welcome back to Layla's Writing Lab. My name is Layla. I've created this mini tutorial specifically because I've had a few questions on my Facebook page, Layla's Writing Lab, regarding the spelling of plural nouns. So some students are asking, when do we add S and when do we add ES to a plural noun? Now, I'll tell you that if you're sitting the IELTS writing test, you really want to pay attention to your spelling, because in the IELTS writing, spelling is very important and incorrect spelling could actually decrease your mark. TOEFL is not so strict. In TOEFL writing, if you do have incorrect spelling, there are still other ways that you could improve your mark and get a high mark. So incorrect spelling does not necessarily mean a very bad score. So that's just for you to pay attention to. So looking at the spelling rules, first of all we need to know that for the spelling of plural nouns we actually have two categories of plural nouns. Our plural nouns are either irregular or they are regular plural nouns, and let's see what that means. If you're confused, don't worry. Even native English speakers are confused, even people like myself, and I am an IELTS writing examiner, and I need to check my dictionary as well because there are lots and lots of exceptions. So please don't worry if you find spelling difficult. It's difficult for lots of people, not just you. Okay, so let's look at the irregular plural nouns. We have the category of noun where if it ends in an F, like knife, wife, life, then the plural would change to a V. Knives, wives, lives. That's one group of plural nouns. The other group of noun is where the noun singular completely changes when it's the plural form. So there is a completely different word. Person turns to people. Child turns to children. We have a different group of nouns where the foot or tooth or any word like that becomes double E, feet, teeth, and that's a different category. And then we have words where the single and the plural sometimes have the same spelling. So one sheep, two sheep, three sheep, 10 sheep. That is still the same spelling. Now we do have sheeps sometimes, but that's obviously in a different context where you have different breeds of sheep, and that's a different tutorial. So now let's go on to the regular plural nouns. Nouns that end with S. Words like kiss with an S. Bus ends with an S. Lens ends with an S. These words, when they end with an S, we have to add ES to the end to make the plural. So then kiss becomes kisses. Bus becomes buses. Lens becomes lenses. So when you have S at the end of your noun, you have to add ES at the end to make it plural. Other single nouns where we need to add ES to make them plural are words that end with sh, ch, x, z, and sometimes o. All these words have to add ES to make it plural. So for example, the word bush becomes bushes, we get ES. The word branch becomes branches. Box becomes boxes. Quiz becomes quizzes. And potato becomes potatoes. So as you can see, sh, ch, x, z and o, which is what I've written here, all of them have to get ES. Now you can see I've put a little asterisk or a little star next to the O because, unfortunately, bad news. There are even more exceptions and rules for words ending with O. And what are these? Now, in order to learn the rule for words that end with O, we need to make sure we know what a vowel is and what a consonant is. The English alphabet can be divided into two groups. We have vowels, which are A, E, I, O, U, and we have consonants. And consonants are letters of the alphabet that do not have a sound. Vowels obviously have their own sound. Consonants do not. So first we need to know what a vowel is, what a consonant is, and then we can learn the rule of spelling. And this basically is the rule. So words that end with a consonant plus O, a consonant like T, as you can see, T here is one of the consonants. Word that ends with consonant plus O gets ES, potatoes. Again, consonant R plus O gets ES, heroes. Consonant plus O gets ES, tomatoes. Words ending with a vowel plus O, so let's remember any of these words are vowels, any of these letters are vowels. Words ending with vowel plus O get S. So studio, my vowel is I plus O only gets S, it does not get ES. My vowel is E plus O gets S, stereos. My vowel is O plus another O gets S, zoos. So when we come to the spelling of the words with O, if it's a consonant plus O, it gets ES. If it's a vowel plus O, it gets S. And that's the rule for O. However, again, bad news, there is one more exception. If your word is a musical instrument, any kind of musical instrument that you use to play music, if you have a consonant and O, these are always written with S. So here we said consonant plus O is ES. If it's a musical instrument, consonant plus O is only S. So the word like piano, N is my consonant, plus O, that gives me S, pianos. The word cello, L is my consonant, plus O gives me S, cellos. Just for people who are not sure what a cello is, this musical instrument is a cello. It looks like a very big violin. That's a cello. Okay, so those are the rules that we have for spelling. Now, if you're asking for advice on correct spelling, all I can suggest is read lots of different kinds of texts. Please try not to only read exam papers. IELTS and TOEFL exam papers will not give you your complete vocabulary. Try to read newspapers, try to read articles, magazines, stories, anything, any type of text, preferably if it's academic. And then practice, practice, practice. If you're American, that's CE spelling. If, like me, you're British, we say practice with SE. I hope you have found this tutorial helpful. Feel free to add any comments or ask any questions on my Facebook page at Layla's Writing Lab. Thank you very much.